All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. A moment ago, here was the scene, the Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Scott, his first carry, and he'll get this one up to the 26. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Now Scott. And right away, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Play action. It's Jackson. Man open. That's Jaleel Scott. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. They go play action now. Jackson buying time to his left. Now he's going to throw. They got his man complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A huge gain of 40 yards on the 3rd down conversion. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. They go play action here on 1st down, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Here's Jackson to throw. Drops it underneath to Dixon. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 14 yards there on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. And this is off the left upright, and it comes back. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
Ito Smith, his first carry. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. They go back to the ground with Smith. Room here to run. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a third down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
3rd and 2, now Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, it brings me right out of my seat.
And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, when plays like that work, it's a thing to behold, but sometimes we see why they're very deep in the playbook.
And how many times have we been at practice and heard all the other guys chirping about, you know, I used to play quarterback in high school, I can do this, until it becomes a game situation. Not quite the same in many cases. It's
caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 63 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. Second and goal from inside the 5. They come out here in the I. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means...
And Perriman's got it for a Raven touchdown. Brashad Perriman with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere. That drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? They will run again with Coleman. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. They'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Play action. Ryan. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. A 1st down carry for Smith. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
22.
On second down, here's Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. Connects with Sanu right side. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
It'll be a gain of 16 and give him a first down as well.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
He went backwards 5 yards there on third down to bring up fourth.
Left. 11. 21. On.
Now Ryan. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Second and 10, it's Ryan again. Looking deep, and he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And the Ravens taking the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
On first down, Scott. And he loses the football a second time. And the Falcons grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On second down, Ryan. And his throw is incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
The Falcons on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for it with Smith. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And Bryant's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Detroit! Detroit!
On second down, Jackson. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
That's caught out left by Perriman. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. They go play action with Jackson. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Over the middle, that's caught by Scott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really nice gain of 25 yards. This quarterback now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Jackson now eluding the pressure right. And this one is incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And now it's 2nd down. Something of a rare incompletion. Remember, Charles, last week under 50% throwing the football. That's what he was, but he has turned that around in this game.
Well, last week was what's commonly known as a fluke. For him to be under 50%, not normal, not the usual. But to be up over 80%, that's extra time in practice, and that's throwing with extra confidence as well.
After the encroachment penalty, here's 2nd and 5. On 2nd down now, Scott. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On 3rd down, it's Scott, and this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
4th down, here's Jackson. He's got his man, it's Andrews. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. And for Jackson, this may be a free play. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And Tucker. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
21.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Ryan to Jones, the Falcon connection there for a first. On first down, Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They go again with Scott. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he lost the football, and the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And at this stage in the game, sure, you wanted the touchdown. You're already in the red zone, but, boy, you squandered a chance to at least get the field goal there, so no points out of this, and we stay tied.
Very disappointed team. No one more disappointed than the kicker who thought he had a chance to be the hero of the day. All they had to do was trot him out on the...
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Ryan on 2nd down. And now he's going to go down in the end zone. Down goes Matt Ryan, and that's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
That's a lot of points.
Lucky 56. Gone. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the penalty and move forward. A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. The play fake. Here's Jackson. To the right side and complete to Hurst. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Shakes up, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Vic Beasley in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Jackson throwing on 3rd and long. And he's got Snead. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on 1st down. Scott. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. Well, I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. 5 yards on the pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football. Incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
Jackson steps away to his left. And no, it's incomplete. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road, and everybody said, why'd you go for it there? I think he just thought to himself, on the other side, if they hit the ball, they're going downfield.
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
To throw on second down. Ryan. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. From the gun on third down, Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He had their lone TD earlier. Now he's got a first down. Ryan now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Again, Ryan. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Ryan will throw again. The left side completion to Jones. And the quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
11. 54 south. Gun.
They go play action here on first down. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, but fortunately he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And defensively, maybe an opportunity miss there.
No doubt about it. When that ball's out, all you're thinking about as a defender is, this is our chance to make a huge play. Instead, he's able to recover his own fumble. And big sigh of relief.
Yeah, usually those wide receiver fumbles, there's open space around for the defense, but not there. He hops right back on it. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this.
Let's go. 54 south.
They'll run it again with Smith. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's fourth down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
That's fielded in the end zone. And now here come the Ravens. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. Shifty.
Whoa. And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
It's first and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. Smith trying to run for it. Only a yard that time, second and goal. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And they take a knee. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And that'll set them back 5. And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the ring.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.